Yo, what is good, guys? We're back for day 4 of the legendary trading boot camp. I hope you guys are freaking excited because I am. And we're just gonna get straight into it. I hope you guys enjoyed that last video. It was fire, man. We kind of went crazy with it. Um, Last video we're gonna go over real quick. We're gonna see. Obviously, last video, guys, we went over candlesticks. Second video was market structure. First video was literally just getting you guys set up on the charts and stuff. So if you made it this far, I freaking love you. Like I said, we're gonna go crazy. I've been really busy, but like I said, I'm getting these videos. The max you guys are gonna have to wait is 1 or 2 days. But today I had some time. We're making it because we're freaking locked in. Last video was 2 days ago. Like I said, the longest you guys are gonna wait is 2 days. And that's just if I'm really busy. So let's just get into it, man. I'm looking real good. I know, I'm just kidding, but today we're gonna go over trends in the market. Okay, so last video we went over market structure. What is market structure? Well, we obviously know that market structure is when we're making higher highs, higher lows. So we obviously see that market structure has to have confluence with trends because when you have market structure, when you're making those higher highs, what are you doing? You're making a trend. What are trends? Most likely where the market's gonna go, right, boys and girls? So just take some notes. This video is gonna be pretty quick because trends is just like market structure, but it's a little bit different. So obviously we know, guys, what we have our text box. So trends are the same thing somewhat of market structure, right? Because when you're building out market structure, essentially you're building a trend, right? Because when you're making higher highs, higher lows, essentially you know, you're creating a trend in the market, right? So like this is a perfect example here, right, guys? So we have a clear downtrend, and if you watch the market structure video, which was the second day 2 of boot camp, we see that when you're breaking structure, right? We went over higher highs, higher lows. So when we see this, what are we doing, guys? We're making higher high or lower high here, lower low, lower high, lower low. So that's obviously a downtrend, right, guys? So when you see a downtrend, that means that what? Most likely the sellers are in the markets, right? Okay. So we obviously see we have a clear downtrend here. And I'm pretty sure if you continue to play it, we just continue to kind of shoot down and then you see that we kind of break out here. So we see that we kind of continue that downtrend. We're pushing, making that higher high, higher low here. So we see that. So we see that this is what a trend that's going down. Why is it a trend going down? Because the sellers are in the market. We're breaking structure to the downside. We're making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? So the sellers are in the market. So this is what a downtrend because we're pushing down. All the money is going down. And there's a tool here is here. Like the money, guys, money's going this way, okay? The money is traveling down. Okay? So the money is going this way. We have sellers are in the market. We're trading a downtrend. And these are trends, okay? So the trend is the overall view of where the market's going to go. We could use market structure and trends, right? And like you can see, there's a strong trend pushing down. So let's say you want to do a trend line strategy, right? So you have a trend, you know it's going down, but you're like, okay, right when I see this trend break this line here, I'm a buy, right? This is what people do. So you have this very strong trend line. So you want to see price break past that line. Boom, right here. We got that break, and let's see what the market does. Does it keep pushing up? Yep. So exactly here, right? So we see that the trend line was broken in this area. So let's say you wanted to go for a buy position right when it broke the trend line. You put your stop loss right there. Put your stop loss underneath this low. Let's say you ride it out and then you get that 1 to 3 or whatever you want, right? So that's a trend. And that's a break of a trend here because we see what that price came here. We pushed out. breaking this trend. So what do? We broke the trend of sells and we turned it into buys, right? Because price came, we're creating this downtrend. Price came, broke the trend line, could have gotten some buy position there, right? So that's a trend, okay? So let's use an example for when sellers are in the market, okay, boys and girls? Let's freaking lock in, baby. I'm freaking excited. We took a win today in the markets. If you guys haven't joined my Discord, I'll put the link in the description where I call out all the trades when we're trading. Because sometimes, we're not going to be trading because we have news, we have Trump speaks, right? So we clearly see, and this is a perfect example, right? So if we replay to this area here, if you guys wake up, at 6 a.m. um right, we see that I'm lagging also, but we see that there's a clear overall bullish trend in the market. We have this complete uptrend. Like I said, you guys, we're breaking structure to the upside. We're breaking highs. We're breaking lows, right? So we have an uptrend here. Like I said, why? Because as you can clearly tell, we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? So we're making all these higher highs, like in the market structure video in this video. You guys go watch it so you can understand this video better. We're making those higher highs. We're creating that uptrend, which means that the buyers are in the market, right? The buyers are in the market, okay? We love when buyers are in the market and sellers because either way we're gonna make money, right? So we see that the money's here, the trend's going up, okay? So we have an uptrend and we have a downtrend. Those are two examples of trends, okay? So the first example is of an uptrend when buyers in the markets were making higher highs, higher lows. We're creating that trend, okay? Okay, so you say here, remember the example of a sell when it broke out from a reversal, right? In market structure, we know what reversals are, right, guys? You guys, that's why it's important to go watch Boot Camp Day 1 or actually boot camp day 2 when we go over market structure videos because we go over higher highs, breaks, reversals and all that. So we see here that we have a clear uptrend. What does price do? We get that reversal, and we break down to the downside, I believe. It kind of just consolidates, but as you can see here, we broke this super strong trend line of bullishness of buyers. Sellers came in and were pushing price downward, like you see here, right? So that's a perfect prime example of when markets are sellers are in the market and we're creating that uptrend here. But as price continues and time continues to go on, we break that trend line, indicating that we might want to come down and take all this out and fill in these gaps, right? So that's an example of a uptrend with buyers, a downtrend with buyers, and two reversal patterns, right? So we're going to go over one more thing, which is consolidation trends. How do we know when the market's consolidating? And obviously, in the market structure video, we went over it, but I want to show you what it means when there's a no trend. Because this is a trend video and market structure video, they're like brother and sisters. Just so you get the overall view in the market, right? And we have higher time frame. I don't really look at the higher time frame like that because I'm not that type of trader that looks at higher time frames. We execute on lower time frame. Um, entries, right? That's just where our sweet spot is. That's just the way we trade. And trying to look for a consolidation, like super strong consolidation. But let's see. Uh, I would say this is pretty strong consolidation here. So we can see that there is no trend in this area, right? If we play it back from this candle, what the hell is this, right? So we see that there's completely no trend in the market. We don't have no trend. There is no there is no price just continuously shooting up, right? And vice versa. There is no price continuously shooting downward, We don't have this. There is no direction, right? So when we see this, there is no direction in the market, right? So there is no direction. So what does that mean? We're not going to be trading this, like I said in the market structure video, because we're not getting a breakdown here, we're not getting a break up here. It's just consolidating. So there is no trend. So when you're looking through the markets and you guys see this, we need to know that there is no trend, that we need to stay focused and locked in for when there is a trend. And as you can see, we have clear a support level here. We have a clear resistance level. There's a lot of liquidity sitting up below, above, and below, and most likely we're going to get that breakout to either take out this liquidity above, take out this liquidity that we have. We don't really have liquidity low. We kind of swept it here, right? So most likely we're going to be going for buys, and I already saw it before. And what do we do? Price came. I don't know why the fridge I'm lagging so much. Sorry, guys. But price came and we shot up and we took out all this, right? Price came, finally broke out of that consolidation. What does that mean? Just like I said in market structure, that the buyers are in the market, boys. We have buyers in the market here. Why? Because we're creating an uptrend, like I just said it previously. Why are we creating that uptrend? Because buyers in the market, sellers are no longer existing. There is no more consolidation. There is direction now. And that's why we're getting this bullish momentum, making that higher high, higher low, and then with that higher high, and we'll continuously push up with price, right? So that's pretty much the video for bootcamp day 4, is just going over these simple little trends. You guys can go over it yourself, like I said before. You guys can mark up higher highs, higher lows. You guys can do all that good stuff. And that's what we want. We wanted to be doing this stuff so we can be learning. So that's just a sweet, simple video of trends. And I'm really, really, really excited for tomorrow because we're going to be going over breaks of structure. What is breaks of structure? You guys gonna have to stay tuned and come back for that tomorrow in boot camp day 5, baby. So we're gonna get locked in. I hope you guys had a good ass day today. Stay productive. Let's lock in. I'm working on boot camp day 5 because break structure is real important. So I'm gonna give you guys all my effort for that. And go watch boot camp day 1 or day 2 if you haven't, and day 3. Because this is gonna be day 4, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, boot camp day 4 already. I'm freaking excited. We're gonna go. I don't know how many days we're going. We're gonna go until we can't go no more. And you guys are cooking with trading. So, I just want to give you guys this free value. I'll put my link of my Discord in the description. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram, John X Moon, all lowercase. DM me if you have any questions. Leave a comment on this video. And let's get it, boys. I want you guys to get started trading today. We bagged out in the chat. It was literally just me because my Discord's freaking dead. But that's why I'm telling you guys to join so we get some freaking activity going on. But yeah, we won today. We're up 1,000 for the week, which I'm freaking happy about. So let's just continue to show up to these markets. We should be trading tomorrow. I haven't looked. Let me see. Let's see here, boys and girls. If there's any females watching, dude. No, I'm just playing. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna be trading tomorrow. We don't have any red folder news at 6:30 or 7, so we should be fine. Um, but I'll keep you guys updated in the chat. Matter of fact, you guys already know in the Discord, and the night before, in the morning before we trade, I announce whether we have anything political coming out with Trump, any new meetings. So just stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super lightweight video about trends. It's really simple. You just got to, go over it yourself. That's why I wanted you guys to get the TradingView subscription. So I hope you boys enjoyed this video, and girls, stay locked in. Let's stay disciplined. Let's be in the gym. Let's be active. Let's be making new friends and connections. Um, and just be more outgoing in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Continue to stay tuned for everything that we got coming. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.